What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? Got to get the camera angle right. Technical difficulties, man. Look, I got a little sharp for y'all out here today. Got my little Joker tie on. Uh, look, man. Last night was a rough one, and I got my boy Elton coming in pretty soon. I bringing him in. He told me that internet stuff like that is acting kind of janky right now for him. But yeah, man. Last night was a rough one, so we will be discussing that. Let me get this ticker going for you guys. And you know what, man? Make sure that y'all like, comment, and subscribe. For those that do come in, and let's get these algorithms up because I'll be honest with you guys. We put together some of the realest Cowboys conversations, and it's about time that a lot more people really take into that. You know what I mean? Because we're gonna tell you how it is, real talk. We're not gonna lie to you. Keep it 100 with how the fans' perspective is. I'm in the DC area, and I gotta hear all this crap all the time. So my boy Elton just came in. What's going on, Elton? You got everything figured out over there, man?
Yeah, shit, my damn Wi-Fi acting up today.
Yeah, man. Look, it was rough. My man Danny said he went on the live. Maybe another time, man. I got my boy Mouse coming on today. So I'll definitely think it, beforehand. But look, hey, if you putting out any videos, let me know, man. If you of your channel or anything like that, let me check you out because I definitely will do that. I'll like and subscribe and put your algorithms up as well. So yeah, man. We got a couple things to discuss. Really, last night's ass whooping. I know that you put together a video about that, man. Care to kind of elaborate on pretty much what you were saying? Because I already knew. Me and you, we kind of talked during the game, so uh, you know, it was a rough one. But I will say this: I thought it was kind of funny. I might be in the minority, but I kind of laughed. What's going on, Miss Kathy? You there, Elton? You hear me?
Yeah, hold on. I'm about to do it on my phone. Because shit, my damn laptop going in and out.
Yeah. Sometimes sometimes the phone is clear. Today I got me some new headphones, y'all, because last time it was kind of clicking. So I went ahead, upgraded, got me some beats. So hopefully everything sounds real good. Got my old microphone. But man, let's jump into it. Elton, he'll all right, here we go. All right, yeah, there we go. It looked much clearer too, man. Everything looks good. All right, so last night, man, in I don't know, maybe a minute or less, trying to describe what the hell we saw last night. You hear me? Wait, let's see. All right, you there? You hear me now? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, in like a minute or less, man, describe the crap that we saw last night, man.
Going on my phone.
Oh man. But I'll tell you what I saw, man. I saw a team that kind of quit last night. I saw a team that was tanking. I saw players that were tanking. I saw players that were
Oh,
tanking for the first time not necessarily for the first time all year, but like effort was always a problem. But last night it was downright disgusting. It's pretty laughable at this point. Let me see if I can get this right. It's a little better. It's a little better right there. So, hey, my man froze. All right, so we're getting back, but let's see. Kathy says, "I want to know what you all think about Jalen Smith." Uh, at this point, I think that we signed him to a deal, so we got to try and figure out the best way moving forward how to make him a role player. I don't think that he's the guy that they think he is. I really don't. We'll see if he coming back in. I don't think that Jalen Smith is the guy that they signed him to in that contract. If they're gonna move to a 3-4, I would like to see Jalen Smith play the outside as a rusher. Maybe in some passing situation, maybe he can drop as a rotational guy. But they got to figure out something because that deal's not too friendly for us moving forward. So you got to get something out of him, whatever it is. You can't just cut him because if you just cut him, you get nothing out of it. But I think Jalen Smith is good right now? Hell no, I don't think he's good. Van Der Esch wasn't good last night either. Backer, something that we were up from a couple of years ago, just maybe 2 years ago, where we thought we had possibly the best linebacking core in the league. We got some duds out there right now, and I don't know if it's necessarily them or maybe it's how they're coached up because I've never seen the linebackers look this bad. Elton, what you think, man? Do you think that it's Van Der Esch and Jalen Smith, or do you think it's the coaching?
I'm gonna lean towards the players
Okay.
because I don't think it's any coach saying, "Hey, please don't scrape."
But how
I
were they
damn
able
doubt
to
that's going on.
well, how were they able to scrape just 2 years ago and look fine and then they look like this? Like, how do you explain it? Sean Lee too. Sean Lee out there. I seen Sean Lee get put on his ass by a lineman and the lineman just held his ass down like this. Like you calm? You calm? I've never seen it.
I don't know what happened. I can't explain it. It is hurts to watch because they're just trash right now.
Uh-huh. Hey Miss Jackie, how you doing?
And I don't know how Xavier
All
Woods
right.
is on this foot.
I've been saying that for a while, and people who've been following my channel know that I've been saying this about Xavier Woods for 2 years now. I was saying Xavier Woods is not good enough for us to not go out and get a safety, to not sign a safety in free agency, or not to draft a safety. And this is all front office right here. Miss Jackie says, "Don't we think this team knows they're horrible? Our defense, this has been a waste this season. So what do we do now by continuing to play this scheme when we don't have the personnel?" All right. You want to start with that?
I think you can get players. I don't even think that's an issue. It is will the front office stop being cheap and say, let's actually get a decent to good player in free agency. You actually can't hit on your draft every year. It's impossible. Even if it's the players you want, they may not pan out. Go and get some proven commodities.
I agree. And to me, I think that a proven commodity is better than getting five over the hill guys that you're trying to pay at the minimum, in my opinion. Because if you're drafting well, like we kind of have been for the most part in certain areas, that one player could be a game changer. You get what opposed to this is how they've been approaching our defense, really. They've been saying, oh, we're hungry. Let's go to the dollar menu. But they're expecting top nutrition. They're expecting to perform at a high level, but we're going out and getting a dollar menu and filling up on the dollar menu. And we're like, hey, well, why don't we have the abs that we want? Or, why am I not performing in the gym like I should? It's because you're getting greasy ass, cheap ass food that's been sitting out for days. That's how we've been approaching free agency. All of those guys we got, I can't even tell you who we still have from all of those guys. No McCoy. I mean, he got hurt by
None of
injury,
them.
but he looked bad too. No Poe. No Griffin. Uh, who else did we get? You sure as hell didn't get a safety. You sure as hell didn't get a tight end.
Haha,
Who
Clinton
did we
Dix.
Who? Oh, Haha Clinton Dix is gone. Brandon Carr's gone.
Uh-huh.
Every last one of those guys
Bum ass
gone.
Worley is gone.
Okay, all right. So Jackie says, "Can you explain why the coaches refuse to play our old defense? Because they ain't really specialized in the Tampa 2 like that. That was something that Marinelli kind of helped craft with Tony Dungy, which was an outdated defense too. And last year, really, you could see it when teams went in motion. We couldn't really do anything with it. We executed a little bit better last year, though. I think that we were better. It was better. It was so simple that the players could kind of get in position to at least be in the area, but we didn't execute it well last year. So I wouldn't say that the old scheme is what we need. I just think we need a better defensive coach, personally. Well, Elton's out again. Uh, oh, is it me? Fuck. Fuck.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Sorry about the technical difficulty there. I had to go from my phone because some reason the laptop is tripping, and sometimes the phone is a little bit better. But let me go back to some of these questions. Kathy says, so who do you think Elton think coming out of college that is a good linebacker? That's a good question. I had an opportunity to look at a couple of these guys. Micah Parsons out of Penn State is pretty good. Where we're at, we could possibly pick him up in the draft. There's also a guy that I kind of like if we trade back. He's from Missouri. His name is Nick Bolton. Um, he's a little stocky. Reminds me of Dexter Coakley a little bit. I think that he has a mean attitude enough to kind of turn us around a little bit. I like the way that he scrapes. I like his attitude. I like the way that he hits. And then there's the guy out of Alabama who I'm not really sold on too much, but he's pretty solid. Let me get Elton back on here. Yeah, bro, I had to go back to the phone too, man.
Yeah, the laptop, man. Come on, my damn laptop can't be acting janky this week.
Yeah, bro. Oh yeah, hell no. I might have to go to the phone tomorrow. Hey, but you know what, y'all? Let's celebrate something real fast, man. I'm gonna put the banner up for you real fast, man. My guy Elton. Well, wait. I'm gonna edit it real fast. But my man Elton has a milestone that he hit. Yeah, man. So I'm gonna put it up real fast so everybody can kind of celebrate you real fast. Because this is a huge milestone for your YouTube channel, and I hope that if you're out there and you're watching this, you go ahead and you tune in. But congrats on 1,000 subscribers, bro. You put in that work, man. You put in that work. The Manny Pacquiao faithful out there, they kind of helped drive that channel. But hey,
Yeah, they did.
yeah, congrats, man. You put in that work, bro. So you really deserve it. And next, we talking about being monetized, and I always knew that you are a great personality when it comes to the Cowboys and when it comes to boxing. So keep pushing, bro. Keep pushing. It's inspiring, You inspired me to go ahead and get my 4,000. I gotta get 4,000, 5,000. I gotta get to 10,000, and we're just gonna keep this thing moving. All right.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
2K up next. Then we roll after that.
Exactly. All right. So Miss Jackie brings up a good point. We don't want to pay people dust. Defense should have been fixed since the playoff game in 2016. We sat back on our morals and just had enough in our front office. That was good enough. Yeah. I mean, I've been saying that for a long time. You want to know something, Miss Jackie? This front office, they got pet cats, and they want to be right so much, and ego has driven them into really just this right now and what we are, What do you think, Elton? What do you think? I mean,
Yeah, I can agree. Because in 2018 and 2019 they actually could have had the honey badger twice. And said, no, we as good with Jeff Heath and Xavier Woods.
you want to know what else this dumbass front office does too? They can't get off their draft board to save their life. And they hold on to the draft boards from the years prior. So you ever wonder why we get these, like when we make trades, like for 7th round picks, and we get somebody off a practice squad that nobody ever heard from for the Raiders or something like that, or the Texans, and we never heard of them and they never make the field. That's somebody that they value high on their draft board at some point. And those players never amount to anything. I mean, the Cowboys really struggle with evaluating talent from other teams. They really do. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so you had an interesting message to Dak Prescott last night on your video. Do you still share those same sentiments right now, for the people out there?
Yes, I do. If I'm Dak Prescott, this is a heartfelt message from a lifelong Cowboys fan. Please get as far away from this organization as possible. We are stuck in this abusive relationship. You don't have to be a part of this. Go somewhere and be happy. Find a good life in Indy, New England, Tampa, somewhere. Dallas isn't it. Please don't get sucked in the same hole Romo got stuck in.
Yeah, bro. I hate to agree with you there, but you're absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm a big Romo guy. Like, I love Romo so much as a quarterback that I fought Dak being our guy for a little bit, Once we got rid of Tony, I'm like, all right, well, that's who we're going with. So I'm a Cowboy. I'm going to roll with him. And, he's done everything right since then. Maybe, has he missed a couple of passes? Yes.
Everybody does.
Yeah, everybody does. Apparently, if you look at last night, everybody misses passes. So we're not going to get started on that, you know what I'm saying? But everybody misses passes. And he's only gotten better every year. He's a true professional. I don't know if I probably could name maybe 2 other quarterbacks possibly that I want to quarterback my team other than Dak Prescott right now. Maybe one being Russell Wilson. And I'm trying to think of another one. Because I don't want
Mahomes.
Yeah, Mahomes. Yeah, him. Other than that, everybody else old as hell and ain't getting no better at this point. They are what they are. So I thought it was interesting your message to Dak yesterday because I share the same sentiment. If Dak was my son, I would tell Dak, you need to get away from here. You need to get away from here. They're gonna waste your career. And when it's all said and done, they're gonna find a way to make you the scapegoat for why they are an incompetent organization. They're going to put all the blame on you. All of it will fall on the fact that they paid you all this money and they ain't have no cap space when they wasn't going out and spending no money in the cap anyway. You're going to be the scapegoat for why they can't move forward. Even though now Romo was that guy. Romo was the scapegoat, has been. You know, even though they couldn't find anybody before him, they lucked up in the Dak, and Dak is becoming that same thing. It's not worth your body going through the things that it's about to go to because they'll invest in some receivers. They'll invest in some edge rushers, but they won't invest in anything else for maybe some. I'll tell you what, they'll invest in some linemen. They will, but going forward, did they luck up and build that line, or will they, you know what I'm saying, invest in it moving forward to protect your quarterback?
Because they're literally about to be in the same position they was 10 years ago. Romo got hurt. The line was falling apart. And they said, okay, let's rebuild the line. And then they got Tyron Smith. We're literally the exact same spot 10 years ago. The rookie wide receiver, number 88. We had Dez then, had CD now. We are reliving the same movie. Trust me, you have seen it before.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Got a receiver they traded for. They had Roy Williams. We got Amari. The only difference is Amari's balling.
He is. And it's actually crazy that Amari's balling the way he is. Because Amari hasn't made anybody miss with the ball in space all year. And he's still racking up numbers. Still getting open. He is balling. I'll be honest with you. All of the receivers are balling. They just need to be able to get the ball, which is just a perfect segue into how bad Andy Dalton sucks. Andy Dalton not even the black trash bag. He the thin ass white trash bag that you put in the bathroom, or you know what I'm saying. Like he can't carry no leaves, no heavy stuff. Like he the trash bag that breaks. You know what I'm saying? He's trash. Like he's bad.
Andy Dalton's the bottom of a metal trash can, and everybody knows what the bottom of a metal trash can looks and smells like. Andy Dalton.
Yeah. Dumpster juice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that
dumpster juice. Andy Dalton is so bad. And see, the thing is, to the naked eye, like I was arguing with somebody last night because I had to sit there and watch Troy Aikman's hating ass because Troy Aikman hates on athletic quarterbacks more than anybody I know. Athletic quarterbacks, these new age guys, he always brings up mechanics. Always. You know what I'm saying? And Lamar Jackson does have his faults. And that's not what I was arguing. Because, you know, I watched Andy Dalton, and mind you, Andy Dalton's a 9-year starter who's supposed to have all these mechanics. Is he mobile? No. I watched Andy Dalton miss more throws than Lamar Jackson, and I never heard a peep. Didn't hear a peep. Receivers running wide open. Why do I have that issue? Because I watched Troy Aikman do that to Dak Prescott, and I watched Troy Aikman make these fans believe that this dude can't play. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these fans always talk about what Troy Aikman is talking about with his mechanics this, mechanics that, and you know, Troy Aikman's hating ass. I don't know what it is, but Troy Aikman somewhat hates the Cowboys, and maybe it has nothing to do with the players. Maybe it has everything to do with the organization, because I do remember a while back he talked about how they got to get back to what it was kind of when Jimmy was there. Maybe there's some disdain there, but that don't have anything to do with Lamar Jackson. I just think he kind of hates on how the quarterback position is kind of shifting. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I agree with you. Oh, he actually definitely has a lot of beef with the organization. He definitely does. You can hear the way he talks. I don't really think he hates Dak, because from everything I know, he loves Dak personally. So I don't know if it's that, but yeah, but he was tearing Mars ass up last night. And damn, Andy Dalton was out there being straight up to juice.
Okay, so Miss Jackie brought up a good point that I didn't even know. McCarthy said Andy is a franchise. Yeah, you saw that too, right? There's no way that guy's a franchise starter missing all these open ass receivers. It's wide open. The guys can say all they want about the line and this and that. The line probably blocked better yesterday than they blocked in a very long time. Andy is shell shocked. Andy doesn't know how to get rid of the football. Andy doesn't know how to read a blitz. They're bringing more people than we have to block. So when that happens, your quarterback has to get rid of the football. And he has to find the right guy. One time the play didn't even develop. He hit Zeke on a swing pass and we lost 4 yards. You remember that play? You know, Andy is missing a lot of people. And I think that pretty soon I'm going to invest in the all-22 game film. And I'm going to show you exactly how bad Andy is. One time we had trips left and we had Dalton Schultz on the right-hand side. We were in the red zone and he took a sack when Dalton Schultz was wide the hell open, probably walks into the end zone. You know what play I'm talking about?
I actually might have missed that one because I don't remember. Because I know I missed most of the first quarter.
It's crazy.
And even on the garbage time touchdown to Amari, if you see the replay, he pump faked on Marcus Peters so bad that he damn created 7 yards of separation, and the damn pass was so bad he almost didn't get 2 feet in. And if you look at Amari at the end of the play, he like, this bum ass, like this. Please don't touch my helmet. Please don't touch.
You know what? I can never tell with Amari though, because Amari has that same face all the damn time. Like he just pissed off to be out there. Like he don't love football for real. He just be out there because he's really good at it. You know. I see. Somebody brought up a very good point. Texas Nation says, "I've always said 2014 was the closest we got to having a Super Bowl team." I think that to me, 2014 to 2016 were probably about even. I think they were about even. And really, the team that was better than that was the 2017. 2017 was better than that team. I think that was the closest we had to a Super Bowl team, and we blew that one. I don't know how we did, but we blew it.
Yeah. I think 2009 was a good team too. Really, that was probably the most well-balanced team.
And then we ran into what was it, Ray Edwards?
Minnesota, yeah. And then Flozell got hurt, and it was a wrap.
It was. Like Doug Free didn't stand a chance, and then Sidney Rice tore our ass up that day.
I just knew that was because I just knew that was going to be a competitive game because I was like, whoever wins this game is going to the Super Bowl. And by like the middle of the second quarter, I was like this.
Yeah. But that, you're right, 2009 was a really good team. 2009, 2007, 2009. But if you look at it, it's too far in between. Like, we'll have a good team, and then the next year they'll fall off because of expectation. Expectation is not a good thing for this franchise because they don't live up to it. I think that has everything to do with the culture because there are different players in there now, and it's much of the same, and it looks much of the same. We talking about 2007, 2009, and then after that, what? Then we're talking maybe
5 years later.
Yeah, 2014, then 2016, and then you know, I mean, where we are right now, where we are, you know. So
you actually know 2018, they actually could have did it too. If all they had to do was
suspended 6 games.
No, 2018 when they lost to the Rams. They was better than the Rams. They was better than the Rams, but they got out schemed.
Okay, so it was 2019 Zeke got suspended for 6.
17.
17? Okay.
Yes. 17, they actually started humming right around the time Zeke
came back. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they won 3, and then he came back. I remember that. And eventually, I mean, we weren't in the playoff. If the playoff situation was what it is today, we would have been in the playoffs. And that was a pretty solid team.
Probably because really, if you look at the 2016 team, they actually really didn't have no real big receiver threats because Dez had a decent season, but he was kind of on his last leg. Beasley was good.
Oh man, I'm glad you brought up Dez Bryant. That was a bunch of bull last night with that Dez situation. I've never seen anything like that. I can't call it. I mean, he's the only person that got tested like right before because he gave an inconclusive test. Something smells fishy to me. When you heard the news, what did you think personally?
I was like, I'm like this. How the hell is he getting tested on game day? Because that was an NFL rule. They aren't going to test on game day because they can't get the results back fast enough.
Yeah, it smelled like. Do you think that was a plan to possibly get ratings up because it was a Tuesday night game that they weren't expecting? I'm not really into conspiracies, but I mean,
Karma just bit them in the ass because they just flexed the Cowboys game.
good. You know what they need to start doing? I'm glad they're doing that. I'm glad you brought that up, flexing the Cowboys. We need to get the hell out of primetime games because we're not good. We haven't been good for quite some time. I think that primetime games should be for good teams. They should be for a good team. I get that you're trying to get the ratings, and NBC they gotta make their money. But at the end of the day, I think you would have just as much if you got the good teams playing or somebody playing for something. At this point last night, that was just plain ugly. That didn't look good last night. Cowboys on primetime looking like that.
Yeah, I don't blame them for flexing. And I damn hope it slaps Jerry and Steven like, hey, you always felt, because hell, I always felt, man, Dallas could be 0-14. It ain't no way they're going to flex the Cowboys out of prime time. NFL said, ha ha ha.
Good. Keep flexing our ass out, bro. We are trash.
Now you almost got to fix something. They gonna have to look in the mirror this offseason.
Yeah, they do. And I think right now, well, I mean, it's a short week, so it won't happen. And then Andy's going up against the Bengals. Going up against the Bengals, right? Is the Bengals?
Yeah, and I really want to lose this game. You don't know how bad I want. I'm like, man, they gonna fuck around and win this game.
Yeah, I know. Damn. Yeah, we are. And I got the banner all wrong. Like I was talking about, I'm skipping to the 49ers game because I don't really care too much about the Bengals. But the 49ers week, guys, we're gonna have special guest. We're gonna have Rob Phillips. He's gonna come back, and my guy Mark Holmes is gonna feature that week as well. So you get your calendars ready for that week because it's gonna be a big show. I'm gonna go to Mark's house. We're gonna stream Elton in. We're gonna stream Robin, and we're gonna have a good old time. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But is it time? We talked a little bit earlier about Andy Dalton. Is it time for Garrett Gilbert?
It was time for Garrett Gilbert after the Pittsburgh game, which almost kind of Andy Dalton got lucky that we beat Minnesota because that wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah, it wasn't. And that probably was his best. Obviously, that was his best game. It was the best team win. Then Washington really beat the spirit out of us, which I hate to say. And I hate for Washington fans to hear me say that they beat the spirit out of us, but they really did. Like, they beat the hell out of us. Actually, no, they didn't beat the hell out of us. I'm lying. They didn't beat the hell out of us. On the scoreboard, they did. But we tanked that game. The coaches tanked that game. They tanked that game with 12 minutes to go in that game. And Andy Dalton didn't help us. He didn't help us in that fourth quarter. He was terrible.
Yes, now we got to hear they bum ass talking about how they swept us. Like, really? Really, this is what we doing?
But if we did everything right and we got swept by them, like, for example, that year we lost to the RG3 and them in 2012, I was really hurt by that. That hurt my soul to lose to that, to lose twice that year. It didn't hurt my soul to lose to Washington when Kirk Cousins won the division that one year. That didn't hurt me. This year, I found it laughable both times. I laughed both times. I laughed both times.
Because I'm not even mad they lost. I'm just mad they damn bragging. I'm like, really, y'all gonna brag about this? Really? What we doing?
Well, we look like them right now. The things we're doing, we have definitely flip-flopped with Washington right now. We have completely flip-flopped. Like, we're doing the dumbest stuff. We're starting guys at safety that shouldn't be in the league. We're signing free agents that ain't worth a damn. We got coaches on the defensive side that ain't worth a damn. Our head coach ain't worth a damn because he's letting all this stuff fly. The front office ain't worth a damn. The front office, look, Stephen Jones went from a person that that showed promise to somebody whose ego has just completely ruined the future. And it started with him convincing old dad to let Dak play out that damn deal. It didn't just start this offseason, guys. It started 2 or 3 years ago, when they knew that kid had outplayed his contract. They knew he had outplayed that $600K he was getting and whatnot. They also knew that Zeke's deal was going to come up at some point. DeMarcus Lawrence's deal was going to come up at some point. And they chose to take care of them first and allowed them to go to contract years. They didn't extend them at the right time. See, the thing about contracts and the thing about staying good for a while is you gotta be able to manage attrition. And we haven't done that well. I wasn't a big fan of paying Byron Jones all of that money. But again, you let him get to a contract year and play well. If you knew he was going to be a cornerstone of your franchise, I mean, you take care of those guys before it gets to a contract year. That way, you're not paying the top market. And, I mean.
See, because half their problem is do it again.
Yeah.
Do it again.
And then they do it again.
Okay.
They do it again. And then you don't pay them.
You're like, you actually play for the Cowboys, and it is a lot that comes with that. No, it ain't a lot that comes with it. We don't win Super Bowls anymore. It ain't a lot that. Yes, if I'm Michael Irvin, it is a lot that comes with it.
All I know is,
what the hell is Flo Adams doing right now?
All I know is, bro, I sat and watched 3 Cowboys role players on the Chiefs win a Super Bowl last year. And that's the problem. Part of the problem. They're because they draft some of these guys, they're so hell-bent on making these guys stars when they're not really stars. Anthony Hitchens, very solid player. He's a role player, a very good role player. They got Damian Wilson. Damian Wilson was solid for us. Solid role player. Who else did they have? And then did Mo Claiborne get a ring for them last year?
Yep.
The guy that we drafted 6 overall. Not saying that those guys are going over there and balling. You know what they did? They had a quarterback, and they built around the quarterback. They actually built before they had the quarterback. They actually did what we did. But you know what else they did? they kept building around the quarterback. They kept it so the quarterback was allowed to be the quarterback, and he was allowed to lead the team. There was no sense of security or insecurity with Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes knew that was his team. Dak Prescott knew he was playing on $600K, and they still weren't trying to do right by him. That can do some things to you.
They never said in damn Kansas City, man, the hardest thing we've ever did was not win a Super Bowl with Alex Smith every other week. Can you believe we really didn't get a Super Bowl with Alex Smith? Jerry and damn Steven. Man, the hardest thing we ever did was not winning one with Tony. Hey, we didn't win one with Tony. Let it go. This doesn't need to be a recurring theme. Us fans wish we won one with Tony, but we didn't.
I'll be honest. I'm a Tony guy. I do wish we won one with him, but that's not what I'm thinking when I think of Dak Prescott. I'm thinking, let's win with what we have. F Tony at this point. Tony is making $17 million a year in the shiny booth where he don't got to take no hits. Tony making more than, well, he ain't making more than Dak right now, but in the booth, Tony has made more than Dak. So why are we worried about Tony? Same thing with Troy. Why are we worried about Dak being like Troy? Troy outside of the pocket or whatever the hell Jerry said, which didn't make any damn sense because I remember Troy Aikman getting his ass knocked out by LeVar Arrington outside the pocket. But, you know, hey.
I'm like this. I'm like, honestly, Dak leaving the pocket, I really can't think of a big hit other than the Redskins game in 2018 where he was already out of bounds. And they hit him.
Yeah, he got see. I guess they got so used to him being a tank and getting right on up. The hits can take a toll, and really this year, in a year where they really didn't get to work out like they want to, a lot more issues like the one that we just saw. And I mean, I'll be real. We stink because of injury. We do. I think we would be better if we were healthier. I'm not sure that we would be great, but I think we would be leading the division at least. We would be leading the division
by a wide margin.
Yeah, it would be close.
Because if Tyron, Zach Martin, and damn Lyle was playing with Dak, probably the only game I could have seen us losing, probably after those first couple, might have been Arizona. But they actually would have smoked the Eagles. They would have smoked the football team. They would have smoked Pittsburgh. And
we would have smoked all them teams. We would have smoked the Vikings.
We actually would have smoked Baltimore.
We would have smoked the hell out of Baltimore last night. No doubt in my mind. And the defense was playing even worse then than they are right now, and they're playing pretty damn bad. Last night was atrocious.
They actually had a 3 or 4 game stretch. I was like, all right, the defense is turning it around.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on. And it's like, why is Darian Thompson on the football team where if I was an offense, this is my whole strategy. Wherever 23's at, it is where we're going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Agreed.
Wherever he's at, that is where we're going. Because wherever he's at, it is somebody running wide ass open.
But you want to know?
I'm like, hey.
And you know what else too? I'm running the ball at 25 because Xavier Woods does not want to tackle anybody.
Neither does Jalen. 54-2. We are coming right to him.
Yeah, we're gonna run right at 50. We're gonna run right at 54 and 25 because they don't want to tackle nobody. And we missed Donovan Wilson last night. It showed. But in all honesty, while Darian Thompson is bad, I can say he at least gives effort.
Yeah, he tries.
I would much rather see him out there messing up than to watch Xavier Woods go out there and looking the way he has. I'm honest. I'm being honest.
If you look at it, X Woods is in positions to make plays and just don't do it.
And if he's watching this, he probably won't be. But I mean, dude, it looks like you gave up.
Here's my problem with also this coaching staff. Why some practice squad bum cornerback Robinson now actually the guy we drafted playing more than Jordan Lewis on the outside?
Because they trying to secure a top draft pick, bro. I mean, I can't put it any other way with some of the decisions that they've made. Andy Dalton continuing to start at quarterback for us is definitely tank mode to me.
It's a slap in the face. It's a damn slap in the face. Like, really? You gonna make me watch Andy Dalton? That's exactly why you were getting flexed out. The NFL's like, we're not trying to watch Andy Dalton in no damn prime time.
Hell no, bro. Every time, what's Andy Dalton? Isn't he like 0 for something in primetime games?
Something like that. Like, we're not trying to watch that.
Yeah, nah, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But that's who we signed, and that's what kept us from getting Dak a long-term deal. They said that's our insurance plan. Stephen Jones ought to be ashamed of himself.
That's like, okay.
Somebody ought to, like, you remember when Jerry and Stephen was about to fight over Deion Sanders? Like, I need Jerry to get in his shit and be like, what, you gonna hit me, Stephen? Like, that's what I need. What, you gonna hit me, Stephen? I need that Jerry back. Because that Jerry, while some of those wild things didn't work, we didn't look this bad. This cheap ass way of doing things is costing us, and we look bad. It looks horrible. We don't look like a football team. It's tacky.
Because I damn said it in the Star Game group. I was like, I am not asking y'all to go out and get every big name free agent because that shit don't work. But go out and get somebody. Go and get Justin Simmons in this next free agency. You don't have to do anything else. Go and get Justin Simmons. Put him next to Donovan Wilson. And then guess what? You don't have to reach for a 6-round safety now. Because you already know they ain't going anywhere in the top damn 3 rounds for it.
My issue is, I know a lot of people, and I'm looking in the comments and stuff, and it's like, we haven't built our defense. We haven't. We have not. And the thing is, you don't need a first-round pick because obviously the first-round picks that they picked for defense have all been bad. The ones that they have been. Or, Taco, when he in Kansas City now, ain't he? Damn.
His ass about to get a ring and shit.
So how is it Kansas City is taking all of our old defensive players and their defense looks, as solid as it can? I know that the quarterback is really good. Damn it, our quarterback is good too. Not Andy Dalton, but Dak was pretty damn good too. So why are they able to go and win with our players? The reason is they're role players and they're fitting them around their better defensive players. They're fitting them around the Chris Joneses. Tyrann Mathieu isn't as good as he used to be, but it's a solid group. They're not world beaters, but everybody just does their job. What's the corner's name? Chavis
Ward. He actually came from us too.
God. Jeez.
They damn might as well get Sean Lee that shit.
They probably will. So what's the difference? Coaching is a difference. Andy Reid is a pretty good damn coach. He puts together really good staffs too. Really good staffs. He's excellent at staffing. I do not think Mike McCarthy was excellent at staffing this year. We thought that he was going to be, but what it really proved is that all his friends are some shit. Like, You got to get outside of that network, man. Because if you don't, I mean, we in trouble.
And I'm almost sitting here like, if Mike's gone, this is Kellen's job, and I don't know if Kellen's ready for it.
Kellen part of the problem to me as well. The reason I say that is, all right, you don't have a line, cool. You don't have your quarterback, cool. But as an offensive coordinator, sometimes you got to be able to do things. You got to be able to do things when things aren't going your way. You got to be able to craft up game plans that actually not necessarily just work, but they work for your team. And I don't think that he's done a good job of that. It doesn't look like really Kellen really adjusted anything since Dak has been out and since the line has been as bad. It's almost like we're doing this and we're still going to keep still sorry ass singled up over there and not give him no help and not get nobody to help Chip or, we're going to keep doing the same things as if that's Lyle Collins over there.
That is a Mike McCarthy thing, though, because Mike McCarthy doesn't believe in helping his tackles. I'm like, I am like, when you got David Badakari and damn Lane, fine, you don't need to. But when you got Terrence Steele and damn Brandon Knight,
yeah,
sometimes your game plan has to change.
Absolutely. Ms. Jackie says, I never wanted this hire. I don't like retread coaches. I agree with that. I
didn't want Mike McCarthy either.
Unless it's Andy Reid. I mean,
I'm like, if y'all was going to go after the coach, y'all might as well should have took a shot at Bill. Hey, Bill, what you want?
Yeah, you should have traded for him. I mean, sound funny, but I mean, I'm with you on that because at that point, at least Bill knows how to build the team. Right now, and I'll even throw Will McClay in this. They have no clue. There's nobody in this front office that knows how to build a team. What I mean by build a team, I'm not talking about a team that's good that can win the division and lose in the first round. By building a team, you're building the culture. You're building something to where year in and year out, you're about as consistent as it gets. It's not as much up and down as we have. Sometimes we're really, really good, and that's so far in between. But for the most part, we've been really, really mediocre. We're very rarely this bad, though. We're very rarely this bad. And when we're this bad, it causes concern.
And damn, look whose team is peaking right now.
Jason Garrett, and them boys is playing hard for Colt McCoy too. My man got Gallman out there playing. Think about this: Gallman out there putting up more numbers than Zeke. I wouldn't have taken that bet for Vegas. I'd have told Vegas they was full of it.
And you actually know what the thing is with Jason Garrett. He damn had his faults, but I liked him. I am gonna go on that. I am gonna die on that hill. I like Jason Garrett. He damn seen the weaknesses on the team and said, you know what? Let me build a team to counteract my weakness. It is my defense. Let me build this strong offensive line and this running game. Why? Because I know if I'm throwing it 50 times, my ass is gonna get carved up.
But we still threw it 50 times with Garrett, though. We was throwing the ball a lot. I mean, I get what you're saying.
He actually did it the first 3 years, but when Linehan came on, is when they said, okay, let's make this a 50-50 offense. Because they was getting rumble ass tore up when damn Garrett was the damn OC.
I know. Miss Kathy says, why come when we lose a QB, we can't win the game? I'm going to answer that. It's because they are terrible at quarterback evaluation. They suck at it. They suck at it. They got a capable quarterback right now on the roster that can go out and win us a game, and they won't play him. Why? Because they love the red rifle sorry ass. And we probably won't win another game with him. The Bengals probably going, it's actually funny because the Bengals probably going to whoop us. Even without.
I damn hope they do. I really hope they do.
The Bengals probably going to whoop our ass. We going out there too. Oh man, they probably.
It's gonna be cold. They gonna beat the bricks off.
We gonna get beat by the replacement players. It's about to be bad. It's about to be bad, and it don't have to be.
And actually, for the draft pick, I damn need them to lose out. When they lost to the football team, I said, okay, I am back in tank mode.
Yeah. So are you still on Sewell?
Yep.
I am if I get a top 3 pick, I'm interested in trading down a little bit because I still think I can get him. For a team that wants a quarterback, they got to give me up something else. If I don't get a trade, I'm drafting them regardless. I'm taking them.
To me, the only way we will get them is if we lose to Cincy. Because Cincy's gonna get them at the number 3 spot because they already got their quarterback.
True.
Cincy's gonna take him because Cincy's maybe they might take Jamar Chase since AJ's pretty much done.
Yeah, but Jamar Chase might be there in the second round too, though, because this right here is a receiver draft, and you know what happens normally when somebody comes out and runs a 4-2 or 4-1. I mean, hell, how the hell T. Higgins get in the second round last year? And we thought, I thought T. Higgins was the best receiver in the draft personally. Justin Jefferson went second round too.
Not first.
He went late though, right?
Yeah, because Philly picked Jalen Reagor over Justin Jefferson. I was like, whew, thank you, Philly.
Yeah, Miss Kathy, that's what I'm trying to tell you. So even when Romo went out hurt, we can't win because we don't develop quarterbacks. We don't develop guys that can come in and win games.
The only time they did was with John Kitna.
Yeah. And because of that, they think that they can still go and get former starters that are over the hill at that point. To me, just spend a 3rd round, 4th round pick. You seen what you did with Dak when you had to. You got him in the 4th round. Why, like, for example, this year, I don't know who we spent it on, but why aren't we looking at bringing in a quarterback? We would much rather try and get undrafted guys to be on the practice squad, and then we'll sign Matt Castles, Andy Dalton's. You know what I'm saying?
Because the same money they gave Andy Dalton actually could have gave Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
And we would have been better off with Jameis Winston. I mean, he would have threw some more picks, but he would have let it rip.
Yeah, absolutely. And not just him. I mean, I was going to say Cam was out there too.
But I don't think Cam would have fit.
Andy Dalton does?
No. I mean,
shoot, yeah, hell no. Did Matt Castle fit here? I knew that, bro. I feel like we gave up a mid-round pick for Matt Castle or something too. It was something stupid. I mean, he argued with people over Twitter over that.
He actually was better than bum ass Brandon Wheaton.
Was he? I really don't think he was. Personally, Brandon Wheaton was throwing down checkdowns, but he was getting the ball out. Like Matt Castle was just, I don't know.
You actually know what the problem with Brandon Wheaton was? they always would lose at the last second. Well, they actually did that with Matt Castle too.
No, I'm gonna tell you what the problem with Brandon Whedon was. They decided to start McFadden when Castle was starting quarterback, and he was better than Joseph Randle. And they kept giving Joseph Randle chance after chance, and he was just an average to below average running back. When McFadden was clearly better. Clearly better. We started playing better when McFadden was getting the rock. You know? So, I mean, but yeah, Matt Castle, Brandon Whedon, Andy Dalton. Like, are y'all noticing the trend? Are y'all noticing the trend of these quarterbacks that we're bringing in? Statues, guys that really are frenetic. They have no poise. You know what I'm saying? No poise. They've shown you that they don't have poise. Why wouldn't we have gone out and all right, I'll give you another one. What about Tyrod Taylor?
Tyrod got the worst luck in league.
He does. But he does have the worst luck in the league. But he would have been better than what we had.
Yeah.
He's been better than he's a better quarterback than Andy Dalton. If you were to say, hey, we got Tyrod, we got Andy Dalton, give me Tyrod. Give me Tyrod. You know, I've always been one that says that, you know, I would like my backup quarterback to have some wheels a little bit, to be a little bit mobile. We got that right now. Garrett Gilbert, we got that. We have that. We got the guy on the roster. They actually made the right move in going to get him, and they won't play him. I don't understand. Maybe they don't want to ruin this trade value. Maybe they're going to trade him, try and flip him for a pick or something. I don't know what they're going to do. But maybe they're just going to say, oh, now, to me, if you were trying to win the division, you go with the hot hand. I thought that he was the hot hand after that Pittsburgh game. I think some plays could have been called a little differently, and we win that game. But
plus, actually, some bad calls.
Yeah, it was. But the kid was fearless. He showed me some balls in that game. The problem with Andy Dalton is Andy Dalton don't got no balls as a quarterback. He don't got none. None. Maybe he'll scramble a couple of times here and there, but for the most part, he throwing off his tippy toes. Instead of stepping up and sometimes maybe taking a hit. I don't even think he would take hits, though. I just think he like throwing off his tippy toes and not finding the right guy. And then you get the guy right off of COVID. And you put him right in there. The track record of this year of people coming off of COVID has not been a good one. I can't tell you, like, you know how long it took Cam to get his ass back? Oh, I guess Lamar Jackson ass did it to us last night, didn't he?
Shit, he didn't really have to do too much of nothing.
Yeah, true. I mean, we couldn't get after him. Yeah, they thought Dalton was better than Dak, and he found out they was wrong. I think that it's more so towards the fan base. Listening to some of these commentators, and really, you know, how they had a slant towards this kid, and he went out there and he's only gotten better since day one. So, I mean, this is what they get. Now, just put the kid in, man. Put Garrett Gilbert in. We got nothing to lose. If he stinks, we still get the draft spot. Maybe they're putting Andy Dalton in because they know we'll get the draft spot.
Yeah.
But to me, like I said, they don't want to develop these quarterbacks. If you want to be able to survive without Dak, if he's your quarterback of the future and he goes down again, you need to know that these guys can go out there and win your game. You see that New Orleans has a shot away from Taysom Hill, even though he isn't that great. But, I mean, they could easily start Jameis. You know, it could easily start Jameis. But you got to develop the guys. Taysom has developed in that system. So I'm not saying he's great. I'm not saying he's good. But you gotta trust. You gotta trust. Sorry, the mirror dropped upstairs. But yeah, you gotta be able to trust your process, like you trying. Like
They
they've been
gonna
trying to
mess
say.
around and Dak gonna be in New Orleans next year.
Maybe. I don't know, man. But I mean, that's pretty much it. That's all I got for the show, everybody. I appreciate everybody tuning in, man. You got any final thoughts, Mr. 1000?
Get ready for a good draft pick.
Man, we're gonna congratulate you again, bro. We're gonna congratulate you on that. And the first 1,000 is always hard to get, man. So congrats on that. 2,000 to be here before you know it. And everybody, make sure you go to his videos and watch them. Get them hours up. Let's get them hours up. Let's get my man monetized because he's doing great things over there. Tomorrow night, if you are a boxing fan, we will have. I'll let you make the announcement. Go ahead and make the announcement, bro, because it's your channel. I'll be on it.
Yep. Tomorrow night we is talking with, and actually minimum Kenny Porter and then possibly Sean Porter also.
Yeah, so if you guys are Errol Spence fans out there, make sure you tune in because the last time they fought, Sean gave him a tough fight. He's also the mandatory to Errol too. So I know that Spence is pretty much the unofficial Cowboys boxer out there. So if you guys tune into that, you want to tune into these to this interview we're gonna have tomorrow, and Kenny is about as candid as it comes. So as you guys see Elton Costin, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell. We're gonna be live tomorrow, and I can't wait, man. But that's all we got, guys. Peace.